Hey guys, so let's have a look now what we won't see coming when it comes to Taeyong, what we won't expect coming to the surface, to the public, when it comes to him sometime in the future. So this reading is going to be predictive, so let's dig in. So as the astrological energy, we have Sagittarius energy here, which is all about movement, speed, vision as well, okay, and taking aim at his goals, okay. So this is a mutable fire sign, so it's possible that he has a lot of enthusiasm and energy to move forward and explore. The Sagittarius energy obviously is also very philosophical, so whatever he is going to take in during this time is going to also have that spiritual undertone, I suppose. He's going to have a more philosophical understanding of that. Now, of course, he could also be dealing here with someone who has very strong Sagittarius in their chart, okay? But let's have a look at the other cards that we've got here. Now, we have disappointment in a friend or a lover. Okay, so whether it's a friend or a lover, this person could have Sagittarius in their chart, or perhaps they're carrying the Sagittarius energy, okay, that needs to keep on moving, doesn't look back, has a goal in mind, but for some reason maybe that is the disappointment here, that this person isn't going to stop, is going to keep on looking and exploring new avenues and new, I don't know, experiences in life, okay. It's a very freedom loving energy as well, so that could be possibly his own energy to some degree as well, but we will obviously clarify everything and we will see why this is here. And then we have teamwork here, and it says collaboration and teamwork are key to achieving your goals. You work well with others, respecting and supporting each other. So certainly could be someone who's part of his team, could be somebody from BTS even, but doesn't have to be, okay. But teamwork obviously is signifying or indicative of working together, okay. We are a team. It could be even in a relationship. We need to be like a team. We need to have each other's back, okay. Thankfully, teamwork card is still upright, so and we know that the Sagittarius is also very goal oriented, so perhaps the teamwork or collaboration or working together with someone, and I don't mean like in a career, it's just making this relationship or this connection, this friendship work, is going to be a common goal perhaps as well, or his goal, okay. And then we have relationships and vulnerability here as well, so it's some sort of relationship that is vulnerable, or somehow the vulnerabilities of this relationships will be exposed, let's say, or you guys or just fans overall won't see coming, okay. But yeah, let's dig in, guys, and let's see what else wants to come through when it comes to this message about Taeyong and what we won't see coming. Yeah, see, oh, okay, yeah. So King of Cups in the reverse is moody, somebody who lacks compassion perhaps as well, or is somewhat emotionally manipulative, or overall isn't very warm person. Now when it comes to romance and love, King of Cups in the reverse specifically to me is the type of energy that isn't emotionally available, and it's possible that if it is his energy now, he just wants to move on from it. My heart is now close to you because you are maybe exploring other options here. My main priority is to stay focused on my work, most likely could be also on BTS as well, and I don't need any external distractions that will then affect my work and my quality of work and productivity, okay. And there certainly is some sort of heartbreaking situation going on here, of course, because the king energy specifically is coming through. It could have something to do with a friendship as well, where there's disappointments within a friendship. Okay, so could be somebody who has very strong water in their chart, or Sagittarius as well, and this person has caused some sort of disappointment for some reason. Okay, but the teamwork still needs to keep on going, so there could be also gossip about that this person perhaps isn't getting along with V very well for various reasons. But let's see what else wants to come through for this message. Okay, see, we're starting with swords here. So 9 of Swords, challenged position. It's almost like he is going to is going to want to move on from the situation, not worry about it, not stress about it, but it's easier said than done. He is going to be stressed and anxious, unfortunately. Yeah, and you know, 9 of Swords is the sleepless night type of energy. He could be thinking, what is somebody doing at night when they're not sleeping, for example, you know? And especially because we've got this Hierophant energy, this can have something to do with commitment. Okay, and the Hierophant in the reverse is either our commitment is breaking apart, and I don't know if I should continue looking, enjoy my freedom, not kind of focus on coming back together with this person, mending those bridges and misunderstandings. And overall, this is also like differences in belief systems, or just opinions and personalities as well. It's quite a rebellious type of energy, certainly with Sagittarius. Sagittarius can be quite a rebellious energy, being a mutable fire sign. Okay, so especially because it's mutable, it could be that whoever is the passionate one could have changed their direction, their focus, right? So, I mean, of course, could be him or could be someone else, but let's see if we can find any more clarity here. We've got the Hanged Man in the reverse. This is all about, I'm not willing to sacrifice my life, my peace for something that isn't here to stay, that's just not working, and somebody is just leaving me cold here. It could be that someone's emotions are becoming colder even as well, or feelings, let's say. Okay, and Sagittarius again could be signifying traveling as well. So it could be because of traveling, because I'm on the go, I'm on the move. So let's say if there is some sort of connection going on in the background when it comes to his love life, it's going to become quite vulnerable and challenging due to the speed of life and that he's constantly on the go. And then on top of that, what I'm getting, it could also be that there are some challenges when it comes to either a friend or someone, okay, who he is having to work very closely together with. And because of that, because we're always, I don't know, moving around together, we're nose to nose all the time, and it's just going to cause some strain within that friendship. Okay, let's see, there's certainly a lot of resistance here. See, 2 of Cups in a challenged position as well. So let's take a few more. I just want to see if this is more like love-related connection, or is it like friendship? Because the Hierophant can certainly be, okay, it's love. Okay, so it is difficult to maintain some sort of relationship here. I do think that this is romance. Of course, it could also be that because of romance, because of his love life is challenged and there's it's weakened, I would say, it will also end up causing problems when it comes to his friend, for example. Somebody could become even disappointed in him also, that he is perhaps like taking it out on others around him with whom he works with, but he's trying his best here to maintain his demeanor, obviously not lose his cool and stay as calm as possible. The Hierophant, however, is rebellious energy, and also the Hanged Man in the reverse is also, I'm resisting some sort of change. So the change certainly could be within a relationship here. There's miscommunication, especially when you put 2 of Cups in the reverse. We're not seeing eye to eye, we're just talking past each other. This could be arguments and conflicts, but it is in a challenged position here. So he's most likely going to try and keep the peace here, but because of all these these challenges, the love will also suffer. And we are looking at this King of Cups in the reverse as well, which is all about my feelings have gone cold towards someone who I found so irresistible perhaps, and I was chasing after this person, and that could also indicate that I married this person, but now I feel like I want to separate, and we're just kind of hanging on by a thread here because our connection is so challenged due to, well, certainly could be with the Sagittarius being fire energy, could be, one day we're just arguing so much, and then the next day we're just everything's cold as ice. We can't find that healthy medium between us. Ace of Cups, certainly the love, as I said, is going to be challenged, and it's possible that either him or his partner or his friends maybe as well, or whoever he could be dealing with here. I'm getting mostly love, to be honest, but it could be also on top of that a friend or somebody who is very close to him. And Taeyong himself could feel like he is not loved enough. He's not getting enough attention. He's not appreciated enough as well. So let's say if you do have some serious, marital problems, it will extend to your job life as well, isn't it? To the people around you. So if you're just going through a difficult time in your life, it can obviously affect your relationships with your friends and your colleagues and so forth. So this is what I'm essentially seeing here. But I do think that there's challenges when it comes to his love life, specifically his partnership. Could be a wife with whom the love, to keep that love and that flame alive, is going to be really challenging. And I do think that it is most likely because they will have to spend a lot of time apart due to traveling. Okay. And of course, teamwork is here as well, which is all about, whoever he's working with, his team could be BTS, it could be his own team, his own, I don't know, collaboration, could be the company, might have even his own, some sort of business going on by that time, okay? But overall, the teamwork is still upright, and Two of Cups is challenged here. It's not entirely in the reverse, so I'm not saying that there is a breakup here. It's just on the horizon, or it's a possibility if no one's going to take action to salvage this connection. However, as I said, the teamwork is upright, so he is most definitely going to perceive that this connection, this marriage, this relationship is worth fighting for, is worth going the extra mile, is worth making the effort to fix it. But it's obviously not only up to him, isn't it? There's two people in this connection here, and it could also be that the work life, the career, could be on both parts even, is definitely causing that challenge here. And now again, as with Jin as well, the poet card came out, isn't it? It's could be written about, it might come out online or something. There could be news and gossip going on, people might be talking about it, writing comments and whatnot, and you see Queen of Wands is in the reverse as well. This is jealousy, so somebody could be a little bit jealous here. And at the same time, though, Queen of Wands in the reverse is introverted as well. Somebody might be feeling that they're not getting enough attention, because Queen of Wands needs that attention. Queen of Wands needs to be the apple of her lover's eye and the center of her lover's universe, and she's not getting that. And she's most likely going to think that, well, this is not worth it then. If this is not going to be enjoyable for me enough, the fire sign is going to retaliate and is going to, the fire energy is going to be expressive, okay? And I feel like the jealousy could be about not so much like there's somebody else in the background or someone's cheating and whatever. It's most likely the teamwork here, okay? Whoever he's traveling with, the people he has to work with, that they most likely have more time with Taeyong than she does. Or it could be the other way around as well, that Taeyong won't see this person and he's going to be the jealous one who feels like, I hardly see you, you're always with your team or your team members or your colleagues and whatever. And there could be those challenges and jealousies coming to the surface. And again, it could be that the media is going to maybe find out about it and then write it for everyone to know and see what's going on in his relationship. I mean, of course, it could be only like some minor news. It might not be like front page news or something like that. I'm not getting that. It could be just gossip, you know. Bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. Yeah, see, this is all about... Yeah, okay. So this is all about withdrawal, okay? I need some time alone. I need to think about what I want my life to become, which direction do I want to go in as well. So there's some time needed to spend in his own head, in his own, you know, just have some time to himself to think about whether or not this relationship is the type of connection, let's say, that I maybe need to move on from, or do I continue setting it as my goal in terms of like I need to have success with this person for the rest of my life, right? But Seven of Pentacles is in the reverse, which is all about lack of long-term view and goals, I guess, as well. There's also perhaps issues with patience. So someone perhaps is very impatient, which we can see here. Queen of Wands in the reverse is extremely impatient, and Sagittarius energy does not do well with being patient. So think that both are just as bad as the other. Both are most likely jealous, and both are most likely very impatient with each other as well. And the fire energy again is going to cause miscommunication and clashes, and most likely like power struggles as well. But at the same time, though, I can see that there's, you know, compatibility. Otherwise, Two of Cups would not come out at all. Compatibility is here, but it could be that it's just that temper, right? And it's that temper that is causing maybe issues here. The Hermit in the reverse, antisocial vibe. Okay, this is just, we're not getting along, we can't speak to each other, and it's making us both feel quite alone and isolated when we don't really want to be in that headspace, right? We love each other, or both of them will want to have love in each other's lives, but for some reason around that time at least, neither will be getting that love from each other because Ace of Cups is challenged here, okay? And also, not to mention that Ace of Cups is a new beginning, a new start in love within that same connection here. Will we be able to revive this connection and be on the same page when it comes to that, or are we going to separate and divorce? So that could be very stressful for him, because I feel like he does not want to let go of this person, but at the same time I think that he's not going to want to stay unhappy within this connection either, okay? Yeah, and as I said, I do think that this energy within his personal life is going to also to some degree affect perhaps his friendships as well, okay? People he works with and colleagues, and could be outside of that even as well. So it could be that he might be perhaps a little bit disappointed with his friends as well, that they're not giving him the advice that he could be seeking, or they're not more understanding of him. And then the friends could be a little bit disappointed that he is dragging all of his personal life into the work life, or that's all that's going on with him all the time, or something like that. So there could be disappointments on both parts in that regard as well, okay? So it certainly is going to be his love life that will, I don't know, or there's maybe gossip or some news about it that you guys won't see coming, whenever that is. But I think it's going to be when he gets married perhaps, or it could be obviously before that as well. It's very similar to Jin's reading actually, which is quite interesting, because it could be that he might get engaged, for example, with this person, right? And marriage is on the way, but before he's going to get married to this person, there are certain challenges that need to be overcome. Otherwise, there's no point in marrying, isn't it? So it's something along those lines. It's either prior to marriage, or they'll get married already, and then that marriage, that connection is going to be very challenging to keep alive or somehow keep each other happy within this connection. So therefore, it might break up. Okay, but I feel like because teamwork is upright here, in his perspective, like he is going to be still focusing on, you know, working things out with this person and staying together. But as I said, Queen of Wands might not be so forthcoming because, again, patience. It's not here. She might be thinking, I've been patient enough, because we're again looking at these two cards over here. The Hermit in the reverse is isolated and lonely and alone, and I don't deserve to be in this headspace. And the High Priestess also is withdrawn energy, where I'm not sharing what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, because why? I'm already feeling alone and lonely, and perhaps she's already done that in the past and it's just not brought any improvements forth. Okay, so could be many things obviously, but what we won't see coming, what we won't expect cropping up in the media perhaps, or being gossiped about, is definitely going to be either his marriage or his long-term partner who he wants to marry. Okay, but it might not happen, or it's just that plan is going to be delayed perhaps, or they might cancel it, although I'm not really seeing cancellation here for now. But it's just all this news is most likely going to be quite unexpected. Okay, but guys, this is all I've got for Taeyong for this reading. As always, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.